Cek cek cek. Cek cek cek. Oh, iya feedback feedback. Let's go, let's go. Mari kita lanjutkan.
I hear there's trouble. Rubah dulu. Kemarin buat farming. Terus increase attack by 12. Ini oke juga nih. Gak usah attack aja. Buat oke. But none of the curse breakers
Yeah.
have returned.
Ah, Clive! How I've missed that scowl.
Where's my report?
What, no kind words for your old pal Gav?
If it's kind words you're after, you're fishing in the wrong barrel. Now sit down, you fool.
So, you remember how quick the Empire was to occupy the Dominion after the fall of Drake's head? And how pissed off all the other nations were that they didn't think to do it first?
Half a century of independence gone at the whim of a madman. So much for their bloody treaty.
Clearly, the promise of unblighted land and the world's supply of crystals was too much for his radiance to resist. And now the Republic's finally decided to follow suit, using liberation as an excuse to declare war on Sambrek. Lined up right outside the Dominion's gates as we speak, looking to starve the Imperials into submission.
And now all eyes are on the Strait of Author.
Well, the two nations beat their shields. The rest sharpen their daggers, ready to set upon the war-weary victor. They'll never see us coming. It's time we moved on the Mother Crystals.
Never see us coming.
4 Mother Crystals remain in Storm and Ash. Drake's Breath near Ironhome. Drake's Fang in Dhalmekia. Drake's Spine in Waloed. And Drake's Tail here in the Crystalline Dominion.
With the bulk of the Republican army marching to Twinside, Drake's Fang will be left exposed.
That is exactly the move Kupka would anticipate. And if there is anything these past 5 years have taught us, is that he loves his traps.
Suddenly become a strategist.
There is one place, however, where nobody will be expecting us to go.
Drake's Breath.
Drake's Breath.
There's a shitload of sea between us and it, and I've never been much of a swimmer.
I have an acquaintance in Port Isolde who may be able to help.
Who's that then?
My uncle, Byron Rossfield.
My uncle.
Lord Byron Rosfield of the Seven High Houses, the trade magnate with holdings in over 100 cities. Wait, Rosfield. And you're a Rosfield, of course.
My uncle's name gave him his start in the world, but it was his acumen which earned him his fortune. Along with a
Dia baru
handsome
tahu
fleet of ships.
Cyprus ya berarti.
Well, it's settled then. What are we waiting for, eh? Huh?
Autos counter is now open. For what? The following hideaway facilities are now available: Alliance Report, the Patron's Whisper, the Handboard. All three are located near Otto in the mess. Okay. Completing side quests available through Alliance Reports or defeating Notorious Marks. And now the blah 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 donation available. Okay.
What are we waiting for, indeed?
The freak. Set quest 1.
I hear there's trouble there.
Wait. Dipanggil. I'm back. Let's go. Di sini ya, berarti.
Your uncle always seemed a kindly soul, if a little.
And set 3.
That broom's as ragged as...
So Mather's all right.
Kupu, Clive, there you are, Kupu.
What's the matter, Nectar?
Nectar.
The hunt board. It's where the curse break. Just because they... Right. The people of Valor's last thing they need. Perhaps I can. I don't think so.
They call me Nectar the Bold, not Nectar the Stupid, Kupu. Reports of winds terrorizing the countryside. Blah 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 blah. Oh, ini yang kemarin udah. The Angel of Death. Belphegor. CB. Harus dicari, harus desire.
Oh, Clive!
The patron's whisper. Does that mean...
Oh no, that's still me. It's just, I still catalogue... Business is busy. Still. Words. Is everything we've received and everything promised?
Completing side quests or defeating Notorious Marks will earn Clive renown, inspiring nameless benefactor from across the Twins to donate money. Desire at the Patron's Whisper in the highway mess is not used upon accepting donation and will never diminish. Accept donation. Oh, anjay,
Best of
ini
luck out
side
there,
quest juga
Sid.
berarti.
Doesn't sound like anywhere is safe.
Side quest ini apa? Stage of Crime. Oh, ini nah. Vivian.
And how may I assist you today? What is it that you wish to learn? The state of the realm is ever changing. Ah, my favorite.
Titan stamina. Tandem to Joshua. Clive sideway. Tiamat, ada Tiamat. Oh, ini yang kemarin. Tiamat. Kita meninggal. Medicine girl, don't know. Bros ya.
The state of the realm is ever changing, Clive.
Mari kita tanpa berbahasa basi langsung mengejar. Southern Rosaria.
Do you think it was wise to leave, Gav? He didn't seem pleased.
Please.
I needed his eyes and nose in Dhalmekia. I'm not about to let Kupka take us unawares. Besides, he has a knack for that sort of thing.
That he does.
And wasn't it Sid who said that matters such as these are best left to dominance? Especially should one of his beloved opportunities to grow and change present itself.
I always knew that I would return one day. Return to Ironhome.
For what?
After learning the truth, you were given the chance to face your past. If I am to continue at your side,
I
I must do the same.
What did you do, Jill?
We will face it together then.
To the end.
Come on.
Bloodlines.
How far do you think your mother's reach extends? Will we find the same tragedy in the south as we did at Martha's Rest?
More than likely. Which is why we should hurry. There are still many settlements between here and Port Isolde. We visit as many as we can and hear their stories. Starting with the village of Amber.
Agak lebar ya. Mari kita naik Chocobo saja. Udah dapat Chocobo kemarin habis ngerjain side quest.
Yeah.
Time to fight.
Nope. Lenturan.
Mockery of justice is what it is.
Quiet, you! I think we're loyalists.
Jill, look.
What?
Rosaria must be cleansed of the stain which... would we,
Of course, your lordship. You should...
What business could the Black Shields have in a village this small?
Then they must be here for something else.
You fancy dancing a gallows jig like the millers?
I ain't got much, but what's mine is yours, for a price.
tonic boleh lah satu.
There you are.
Youth.
Excuse me, but
What
what
was
was all
all
that
that
about
about
earlier?
earlier?
You haven't heard? Someone's been stirring up trouble. There've been attacks on the garrison, supplies stolen. The Empire wants answers on what the Empire...
Don't they just?
Keep your ears open, eh? The Black...
Bless you.
You'd have to be dull as a sack of stones to think you could take on the Empire. What with their 100 full legions? 100? I heard they were 1,000 for help.
Up, up.
You seen him?
I'm sorry.
The Black Shield. At least I think there was a Black Shield.
Was this the first time they've...
What do you think?
Amber's the arse
They
ending
told me we
nowhere.
might harboring
Probably we
firebrands.
were. I might.
You don't think these firebrands the Empire is looking for could be us, do you?
I don't know. But we need to find out. Greetings, friend.
I know that.
We couldn't help notice...
Don't you go telling... I speak for the people of this village, and you are to leave Amber, and...
May I at least ask?
I don't know who you are, or what brings you here. The Empire is a harsh master. Some might call it submission. This village...
Then we shall be on our way. These people live with a knife to them. In the mistaken belief that if they cooperate, my mother will show them mercy.
Obedience bought with...
Are you all right?
We still don't know who the Black Shield...
Well, but other than Martha... A new ally would certainly be... Perhaps the next village will...
Pa.
Agak jauh ya. Lucky me that I have. Cukup.
Come on.
Fly, Ambrosia.
This pass will take us through the mountains.
And directly into the path of whoever or whatever lurks here.
What the hell is that?
Ever since the apology, we've seen more and more of these echoes.
What do you think is waking them? The Mother Crystal's collapse?
I have an idea. You're going to like it.
Oh, kita dari situ ya tadi. Bisa ke kiri atau ke kanan? Mari kita ke kanan.
This one. This one.
Orang touch. Nah, kita tes skill baru.
More of my mother's men.
Get him.
This one.
Too slow.
This one.
Maybe. Apa itu? View.
Ready, go? Yeah.
Sana, berarti turun. Gas.
This one.
Okay, wait.
Good girl. Enough of you, are there? You deserve a rest. This one.
Level up. Mana sini?
This one. Over here. Go for it.
Blood, Clive.
And still wet.
You were told to stay in your homes. You know who we are. And still, you would bear your steel. Why then, we owe you our thanks. You have saved us the trouble of to dwell in darkness, that we may purge the night.
Say that again. I'll show you a true shield present.
I saw you true secrets. Tom. Oh, si Bang.
Tell me what I want and the end will be swift. Who are you looking for?
Your friends have been found. They await you.
Those are Old Hill's gates.
Then we hurry.
Find something, boy. Death.
Found her.
What the heck?
This was my mother's doing.
But why? Why would anyone?
I don't know. I never truly understood her. But this...
Clive.
I will learn what madness drives her, and I will end it. We should go.
Yes.
We can't leave them here like this.
We won't. But if the Black Shields have made it this far south,
Okay.
They may already be in Port Isolde.
Golden coin.
We're approaching Buick Bridge. Though I doubt the Empire would let us cross over to Rosalith. Come on. No need to ride from here.
Didn't happen to come by way of Oldhill, did you? Saw some Imperials clad in black making for the Constitution.
Didn't hear nothing.
They tell us there's a curfew. Passage to the provincial capital is restricted.
They're all Rosarian.
But this is their home.
I'm hungry.
Hey, wait.
Yeah!
There's a lot of crap. Mr. Crab.
The Lazarus. What happened to this place?
My mother happened. The nobles who lived here didn't stand a chance. Let's hope my uncle fared better. That's the main gate. And it looks like we're not the only ones hoping to get in. Thanks, Gal.
Let us pass! My children are starving! Have mercy. Voice-rinsed dogs they are! You can't ignore us forever!
Let us in, or we'll die on your doorstep!
Better out there than in here!
Oh, get enough
Fuck off! Hang the chinless bastards! Those crystals belong to us all! I said, where were you, filth? Back to your stall! Cut you down where you stand! Destroy it!
No chance of slipping through unnoticed. We'll need to find another way in. I thought we might be able to reason.
I suspect everyone. Was that the only way in?
Officially, yes. My uncle once told me that the nobles had the Lazarus.
Lazarus.
We'll find our way into the city then.
If you're sure. And the entire. Do you think it's safe?
As long as it is about.
Black light burns.
The good news is we haven't seen a single black shield since Old Hill.
Maybe they found who they were looking for. Be safe.
Say.
This is nothing like I remember it.
How quickly a crown can lose its luster.
Not abandoned then.
Oi! Visitors!
Apologies. We'll show ourselves out.
Or not. Slay the enemies. Enemies. Best.
I've only ever seen one man fight like that. And he's long dead.
Then perhaps it's time you joined him.
The blessing of the Phoenix. It can't be. I was there when you died. Huh? Forgive me, my lord. I knew
My
not
lord.
whom I addressed. You have naught to fear from us. Founder, it really is you.
It is.
Sir Wade.
Sir Wade.
We can speak inside.
And those who wouldn't bend the knee?
We left before the Empire could make examples of us, though we didn't go far. And we banded together to form the Guardians of the Flame soon after.
Guardian of the
Alas,
Flames.
there is only so much a handful of aging shields can do against the might of an empire. But we've seen to it that their stay has been anything but pleasant. Of late, though, we've had our hands full just trying to keep the Duchy's few remaining bearers out of the Imperial's clutches.
The Cullings.
So happy.
We saw what happened in Old Hill.
Aye, the foul work of the Black Shields and their mistress.
You mean my mother? But it doesn't make sense. Even knowing what I know about her. Her hatred for bearers was no secret, but she wouldn't have been ignorant of their value to the realm.
No offense, my lord, But in case you haven't noticed, the Lady Annabella couldn't care less about the realm. She barely even cares for her own home. That much has been plain since the slaughter at Eastpool. And since granting the Holy Emperor a new heir, her obsession with bearers only seems to have grown. As to why, I don't know. Maybe she can't bear the thought of anyone having the power to challenge her beloved son.
Her son.
Sir Wade, the Black Shields have broken camp. They march in full force for Buick Bridge.
Then so do we.
Make ready.
Make ready.
This is their main host. If we remove the head, perhaps we can prevent what happened at the docks from happening somewhere else. If I do nothing, then the blood of their next victims will be on my hands.
Oh hell. So wait.
Yours and ours. We too have witnessed the crimes these men who dare call themselves shields have committed in my mother's name. It cannot be allowed to continue. We must put a stop to this madness.
We must. So let us go with you. For the good of Rosaria.
I was hoping you'd say that. Very well. If that is your wish, I would be honored to serve at your side.
And we at yours.
So Wade, let us do our duty.
With pleasure, my lord.
With pleasure, my lord.
I imagine this endeavor will require more than just our wits.
Then let's hope Sir Wade has a good quartermaster.
I suppose we owe you our thanks. You spared us when you could have just as easily sent us to the house.
Allow me to tend to your needs, my lord.
Blast darah 1700. Embrace Nambah 3.
It has
Raja.
been an honor.
Tell us then, Sir Wade.
Nothing fancy. Sensing an opportunity to end the guard. This will allow us to wage battle on while the Black Shields have an advantage in...
How small exactly?
Small enough.
But until we arrive, that was your plan.
Sir Wade,
Very good.
as you command.
Yes, come on.
Thank you, Sir Wade.
There is but one putting an end to the Black Shields.
And so we...
Black or white? Did throughout the main scenario, I will often be joined by various companions working the magistrate behind the highway. Okay.
We'll keep them from the bridge.
The blessing of the Phoenix go with you.
How long have you been pursuing the Black Shields?
Since they burned their first village, we tracked down the bastards responsible and fed their corpses to Stillwind. Suffice to say, that got their attention. It's been a game of cat and mouse
Dia ada
ever
cokobonya
since.
juga.
Faster!
Faster. Charge.
I got me sideways.
Come along now.
Bastards are lucky on you.
There they are. On your command, my lord. What is it now? We bear a message for the Ha! You presumed that a pair of could guard aught. Die! Forest area!
Forest area!
Your petty revolution ends here. On these our swords we swear. Bloody hell! Reinforcements from the far bank!
Another wyvern to fight their battles for.
Shit.
More dragons.
Worse. The Imperials aren't taking any chances. I can't say that.
Here you go.
Over here! This one. This one.
A noble stand, albeit a misguided one.
Black Shield
Taking it,
Dragoon.
you have but proven our point. That this land is in dire need of cleansing.
Keren sih warnanya. Mantap. Terus lu.
So wait!
There's no one left to keep them occupied. We need to finish this.
We ain't finished yet.
Oh shit. Dragon Talon. There's a lot of items.
I don't see any more.
Nor do I.
It did. We sent perhaps this
Perhaps. Though I doubt much he'll move swift.
and then it will all begin again. I often wonder if the fields we battled, yet be that as it may. For as long as the Firebird's flame burns in and her loyal subject,
So wait, I...
think we should fall back to Port Isolde before a sound strategy.
My lord. Yes, my lord. Quest complete. Black or white? Dee 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 dee. Dee dee dee.
And how long has my uncle been funding you and your comrades' endeavors?
Since the beginning. Lord Byron was the first person I turned to after forming the Guardians. And had I known of this tunnel back then, I wouldn't almost have been hanged by the city guard for trying to sneak over the wall.
I suppose a formal request for an audience would have appeared suspicious.
And were the Vice-Regency to catch wind of Lord Byron's involvement, where he would be of no use to anyone, and so, though it sickens him to the soul, it is why he remains ever vigilant.
Then I will have to think of a way to prove that I am neither.
I might have something which could help with the latter. It's the mark of the Guardians. Display it, and those...
Seal obtained. You accept the burn blade from Wade.
I shall wear it with pride.
Be sure that you do. If only Sir Tyler could have been here to see you.
Thank you, Sir Wade. If there is ever anything you...
I know.
Go now, my lord. Port is sold. Rosefield Manor.
How accommodating. Do you really think they believe we are who we say we are?
Not a chance. Right, I guess. My uncle believes we're imposters here to rob him. And means to string us up himself.
Imagine my surprise when I was told my nephew had come to visit. Clive Rosefield died long ago. And for uttering his name here, you shall pay with your tongue! You would mock me as well?
It is I, Sir Crandall of Camelot, loyal servant to Her Serene Holiness, Saint Sybil the Unshod. Meadow, thou vile sorcerer, for thy crimes against church and crown, I shall have thy head.
No way.
Curse thee, infectious flax wench. Even in death, must thou plague me still? Very well. I shall open the gates of hell, that thou might see thy charge once more.
Bravo, Uncle. You're still the finest Maddo in the twins.
Oh, Clive, my dear boy, it's really you. You always were fond of that scene from The Saint in the Sanctuary. Never did let me play Sir Crandall.
I have a favor to ask, Uncle Byron.
Rutherford, inform the kitchens. There'll be guests.
We
We
then.
dine immediately.
But, Uncle...
You can't very well regale me with the tale of your miraculous preservation on an empty stomach. Go on, sit. See that you use the good plates, Rutherford.
Wala the food.
So you arrived late to one of her cullings, did you? Since becoming Vicereine, Annabella has been a constant thorn in Rosaria's side, but these atrocities are a new low. Something has changed. Quite what, I don't know, but the woman we knew is gone, and a monster sits in her place.
A monster.
For better or worse, I've been charged with governing this town, and thus must maintain the illusion of obedience. That's all I can do to aid Wade and his merry band of revolutionaries.
So he's told us. You have risked much for Rosaria. Our nation will be forever in your debt.
It has been 20 years, Clive. The nation your father and your forefathers fought to defend is no more. Perhaps it would be otherwise had I the courage of my brother. All right, if it's a ship you require, a ship you shall have. I've a galley in port, but recently relieved of her cargo. She can be outfitted for the voyage in a matter of weeks.
So you believe us then? About everything?
Believe you? Ha! Only a fool would believe even half of the things you claim. But until tonight, only a fool would have believed my nephew still lived. And besides, I have it on good authority that Clive is telling the truth.
Whose authority?
Your own, of course. You've always been a terrible liar.
Is that true?
Is that true?
It's not untrue.
Let's say no more about it, eh? It wouldn't do to linger on my nephew's greatest failing. The one thing I cannot believe, though, is all this about you being Sid. You were always such a good boy, but now you're quite the outlaw. Which, if I'm not mistaken, would make me an outlaw's uncle. Why then, who shall we pillage first? Rutherford, fetch me my cutlass. This will be fun.
Oh, what happened, dude?
Over there. Go on.
She's a fine ship, isn't she?
Once outfitted, she'll bear us across the boiling sea to Drustinus in the space of 3 days.
Something on your mind?
Monsters. When I served the Iron Kingdom, I did so because I saw no other choice. Because once they learned that the lash would not move me, they turned it on those who could. And so I became their puppet. I let them pull my strings, telling myself it was not my hand that swung the sword, but another's. I removed myself from the truth so I wouldn't feel the pain it caused. And before I knew it, I no longer felt anything. Anything at all. I had become a monster.
Jill.
I don't want to be a monster, Clive. Do you understand? I want to choose a different path, a better path. To live on my own terms. But before I can do that, I need to come to terms with my past.
And when you do, I'll be standing there with you, just as you stood with me.
So sweet.
Thank you, Clive. I must atone for my sins. Only then, when it's done, will the monster cease to be.
Just promise me that you won't die with it. Now, let's get some sleep. The journey back to Benamir is long, and there is much to tell the others.
We back to the highway. Here be monsters.
Only the Founder knows what awaits us in the Iron Kingdom. But Vivian could probably make an educated guess.
Okay, we stop here. That's all for today, guys. Maybe we continue it tomorrow. Thanks for watching and stand by. Goodbye.